I'm not a politician. I don't speak in riddles. I'm a soldier, and I prefer to tell you the truth. Everyone is completely free to accept it or not. Everyone drives their car. Everyone lives well. We eat in the morning, we eat at noon, we eat in the evening. We do whatever we want to do. We are free to speak, to say whatever we want. That's democracy, that's our right. That's all. That's all we know in Ouagadougou. So, I genuinely wanted us to have a truly honest and open conversation. This is so that you can fully understand precisely what is currently happening, exactly where we are at this very moment in time, and also where we could potentially go in the future. I particularly want to emphasize where we could realistically go, because it is entirely conditional. It will fundamentally depend completely and utterly on you. You are indeed the key and essential players within Burkinabe society. And I truly believe that the entire future of this country is also firmly in your capable hands. So each of us at our own level must be able to do some soul searching and ask ourselves what we are contributing to this nation. Perhaps it's also because there hasn't been any honest talk that people don't really understand what's going on. I bet that many people are seriously unaware of the situation we are in. We are in Ouagadougou, very often in Bobo Dioulasso, in any case in the big cities. And life is completely different there. But outside of these cities, you can't even imagine what's happening. Is everyone really aware that the territory is almost lost? As soldiers, we fully acknowledge our profound responsibility. But what exactly led the entire army to end up in such a state like this? That's also the question we need to ask ourselves. Because it has been politicized, it has even strayed from its very foundation. We need to have the courage to admit it. The army has been infiltrated and everyone acts according to certain political sides. We have been observing this for a very long time. We fight and we observe. At a certain juncture, we earnestly harbored the profound hope that this situation would indeed cease, particularly in light of the significant and impactful events that transpired on the 24th day. But it didn't stop, and it continues. Then the events of the 30th happened. Tonight, I will tell you where we stand and where we are heading. And from this very moment on, every single individual will be completely free to choose their future actions and their paths, whether those actions are for the benefit of the country or indeed against it. In any and all cases, we are all undeniably within this country, and you will gradually come to clearly understand as you watch the presentation that it will become clear that no one will be able to leave this place. Already between Bobo and Wara, it's becoming difficult. When the road is cut off, maybe some people will realize, because not everyone is allowed to take the plane between Bobo and Wara. If this is the country we want, well then, let's go ahead. I often ask myself the question, do we ever wonder where terrorism comes from? Why terrorism? Not everything is terrorism. We have contributed. When I say we, I mean society, contributed to this situation happening. But I have walked through part of the Sahel. I'm not talking about driving. I walked on foot across the Sahel, so I made sure to really see what the Sahel is like. And I'm not sure that any of you here have done that. I walked from Gorom, passing through Orsi, going to Tinakov, Tinasan, and coming back to Marcoy. We did that part. We saw how people live over there. And we did that, it was 10 years ago.
and it was predictable that this situation would happen. That means we are the ones who created this situation through governance. We need to tell ourselves this truth. We did everything to abandon certain peoples because of our selfish interests. We only think about ourselves. Just like today, we see people dying elsewhere, but in Ouagadougou, people are celebrating. We have no compassion for others. I walked through those areas. I saw them carrying jerry cans, walking kilometers just to fetch water. I saw them walking kilometers to find water for their livestock, and the livestock dying along the way. There are no roads there. There are no roads. How could even a truck get there, just to bring a little water so their animals could eat? There is nothing there. What have we built there? What have we done there? What development project have we sent there? Do we even care about their lives? Not even something as simple as water. What serious action have we taken in those areas? That's the question we need to ask ourselves. And the territory in that area is out of control. Who is responsible for that? It's us. It's us. Everyone needs to accept that.
We always have the slogan that this is a poor country. You are aware the country is not poor. It's because we're mean. We're seriously, incredibly mean. Young people have nothing to do. We have arable land, we have water. How can we not want to do something for them? I lived in Djibo even before the crisis began. I spoke with the young people of Djibo. The only accessible road is the Kongusi-Djibo road. Trucks no longer come because the bridges date back to the 1950s and trucks would fall off. So the truck drivers decided to stop coming. They produce going towards Nasumbo, Tuburo, they grow tomatoes, they produce a lot of things, all of which rot. They can't manage to sell. The livestock market from Djibo all the way to Petikoli, they're there with their cattle, but they can't sell. But what do you expect the young people to do? I wrote a report at the time so that at least this road could be repaired. The war wasn't there yet. No one can tell me otherwise. I was in Djibo, I lived there. We did nothing. Nothing. Who is responsible? Everyone needs to look inward and realize that we are the ones to blame for this situation. I went to the east. Today, people talk about Mansilla, Tankwalu, and others. I'll say it again. Who is responsible? When a single river, the Silva, prevents anyone from leaving Mansilla towards the back during the rainy season. For how many years have we never managed to build even a single bridge over the Silva for people to allow them to connect with Burkina? Take a look at the map. That area is surrounded by a river, the Silva. What have we done? On the Tankwalu side, I wrote another report that I gave to the High Commissioner when I was there, so that a bridge could be built between Tankwalu and the rest. What have we done? Let's ask ourselves these questions. We are responsible for the misfortune that has befallen us. If we don't change our ways, don't think we'll still be here in these air-conditioned rooms looking at each other. Number. Some cannot be suffering while others live in insulting luxury. We were clearly warned. We never truly wanted to listen. All this partying we do in the cities, it could all end overnight if we don't stop what we're doing. I know that no one has ever spoken to you like this before, but today I'm telling you honestly. And each of us can choose what we want for Burkina. I'm not a politician. I don't speak in riddles. I'm a soldier, and I prefer to tell you the truth. Everyone is completely free to accept it or not. Everyone drives their car. Everyone lives well. We eat in the morning, we eat at noon, we eat in the evening. We do whatever we want to do. We are free to speak, to say whatever we want. That's democracy, that's our right. That's all. That's all we know in Ouagadougou. But go and see the children whose skin clings to their bones. Go and see the elderly who are dying of hunger. Go and see those women who can no longer breastfeed because they have nothing left in their breasts. Go and see them. Let's not pretend. If our journalists don't have the courage to go out into the field and bring you those harsh images because we want to clean up Burkina's image, I'm telling you that's false. It exists. When I talk to you about people eating grass, if anyone wants to dispute it, I'll take them tomorrow to see for themselves. It goes on. It hasn't even stopped. Because we've managed to resupply some villages, but not others yet. We're still on the way. That civilian can't even bother to help out with trucks, so you can show solidarity with these populations. What kind of integrity is that? What does integrity mean? What is Burkina Faso? That's what made us angry, and we're still angry. As long as we don't address the problems of this country, we'll always be angry. For now, at least within the army, we've managed to get a few trucks and transport food supplies with our own resources, even renting some additional ones to reach populations who are starving. And even in this renting process, I saw that there was no compassion at all. The citizens knew it was to go there, but they stuck to their prices. This just shows that solidarity has disappeared in Burkina. Have mercy on people, have mercy on the youth, have mercy on the children. What have these villagers done so that when the sun sets, they end up in caves, in trees, leaving their village, and in the morning they show up, they look around to see if everything is okay before coming back. They sleep in the bush, they can't sleep in their own homes. They don't tell you this truth, but that's the reality in Burkina. We only see one city. We are responsible for what is happening to us, and we will be fully responsible for what comes next. Whether it's good or bad, it will depend on our behavior in the future. Everyone just has to give their best. And I think we can make it. I'm optimistic, and I have faith. And God willing, we will make it.